I need to buy a car. You need to buy a car. They need to buy a car. I know how to speak English. I know how to go there. I know how to play soccer. Do you know my friend? Do you know my parents? Do you know my children? They can sell your house. We can sell your house. I can sell your house. I can understand English. I can understand French. I can understand Portuguese. My children know French. My children know English. My children know German. Do you know how to speak English? Do your children know how to speak English? Do your parents know how to speak English? They don't know how to go there. My brothers don't know how to go there. My friends don't know how to go there. I can't buy meat every day. I can't buy bread every day. I can't buy juice every day. You don't sell fish. You don't sell juice. You don't sell bread. I don't understand you. I don't understand German. I don't understand French. My parents know Portuguese. My parents know French. My parents know English. Your children know how to speak Portuguese. Your children know how to speak English. Your children know how to speak German. Your parents don't know how to speak Portuguese. Your parents don't know how to speak German. Your parents don't know how to speak French. I want to buy bread. I want to buy bread. I want to buy juice. I want to buy juice. My parents know Portuguese. My parents know French. My parents know English. You can sell your store to me. You can sell your market to me. You can sell your school to me. Can you understand your brother? Can you understand your parents? Can you understand your children? Do you know how to play? Do you know how to sell houses? Do you know how to speak French? I want to go to the bank. I want to work at the bank. I want to work at the bakery. I want to sell my car. I need to sell my car. I have to sell my car. They want to buy a house. My children want to buy a house. My parents want to buy a house. I can work with your husband. I can study with your husband. I can go there with your husband. You need to talk to your manager. The bosses need to talk to your manager. My sisters need to talk to your manager. They have a new store. They have a new market. They have a new house. My parents like the old house. My siblings like the old house. My children like the old house. They have a small market. They have a small car. They have a small house. They need to speak Spanish at work. My parents need to speak Spanish at work. Your sisters need to speak Spanish at work. I speak English with my teacher. We speak English with my teacher. They speak English with my teacher. Do you know this professor? Do your parents know this professor? Do your siblings know this professor? What do you study here? What do your sons study here? What do your brothers study here? What store do you go to? What store do your friends go to? What store do your daughters go to? When do your parents go to the bank? When do your parents go to the market? When do your parents go to the movies? Where do you study English? Where do your children study English? Where do your sisters study English? Do you work with your wife? Do you study with your wife? Do you go to the movies with your wife? I have some friends here. My daughters have some friends here. My parents have some friends here. I have some bread. I have some juice. I have some water. Do you want some water? Do you want some tea? Do you want some coffee? Do you have any water? Do you have any milk? Do you have any bread? My children don't have any time today. My parents don't have any time today. My brothers don't have any time today. The markets don't have any water. The markets don't have any cheese. The markets don't have any ham. I have some houses here. My children have some houses here. My parents have some houses here. They don't have any water. They don't have any bread. They don't have any time. Do you have any coffee? Do you have any water? Do you have any juice? I have a big car. I have a big house. I have a big school. I can buy a big house. We can buy a big house. They can buy a big house. What can you buy here? What can you sell here? What can you eat here? Where do you want to go to? Where do you want to study? Where do you want to eat? When do they need to study? When do I need to study? When do we need to study? Where do your children want to go to? Where do your parents want to go to? Where do your friends want to go to? What do you want to talk about? What do they want to talk about? What do your parents want to talk about? When do you need to go to church? When do your sons need to go to church? When do your siblings need to go to church? Where do you study English? Where do your friends study English? Where do your sisters study English? What do you like to eat here? What do you like to eat there? What do you like to eat at home? I study a lot. You work a lot. We eat a lot. They drink a lot. They don't work very much. They don't study very much. They don't eat very much. I drink a lot of water. I have a lot of money. I can eat a lot of cheese. I need a lot of glasses. I have a lot of houses. I know a lot of churches. My children have many houses. My parents have many houses. My siblings have many houses. How many children do you have? How many shops do you have? How many houses do you have? How much money do you need? How much water do you need? How much coffee do you need? What do you eat for breakfast? What do your children eat for breakfast? What do your parents eat for breakfast? I don't drink juice for lunch. I don't drink beer for lunch. I don't drink wine for lunch. What do you like to eat for dinner? What do your sisters like to eat for dinner? What do your daughters like to eat for dinner? Can I have a cup of coffee, please? May I have a cup of coffee, please? Can I have some juice, please? May I have some juice, please? Can I have some water, please? May I have some water, please? I buy a lot. I sell a lot. I study a lot. You don't eat very much. You don't drink very much. You don't sleep very much. Do you eat a lot? Do you study a lot? Do you work a lot? I don't have many houses. I don't have a lot of cars. I don't have many children. We need to drink a lot of water. They have a lot of money. I need a lot of coffee. I like my father a lot. I like my brother a lot. I like my mother a lot. They don't like English very much. They don't like bread very much. They don't like milk very much. What do you eat for breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? What do you eat for dinner? I can't drink milk for breakfast. I can't drink beer for lunch. I can't drink wine for dinner. Do you study at home? Do you study at work? Do you study at school? Do you need to buy bread? Do you need to sell bread? Do you need to eat bread? Can you work here? Can you study here? Can you play here? My children understand English. My children understand Portuguese. My children understand French. My parents can work every day. My parents can study every day. My parents can speak English every day. I buy water every day. I buy water on the weekend. I buy water here. Please. Do you understand Portuguese? Please. Do you understand French? Please. Do you understand English? Sorry. I don't know how to speak English very well. Sorry. I don't know how to speak German very well. Sorry. I don't know how to speak Portuguese very well. Thanks, I want to sell my store. Thank you, I want to sell my school. Thanks, I want to sell my market. Excuse me. Do you understand English? Excuse me. Do you know English? Excuse me. Do you speak English? Good morning. Can I have a cup of coffee, please? Good morning. Can I have a cup of tea, please? Good morning. Can I have a cup of juice, please? Good evening. Can I have some bread, please? Good evening. Can I have some water, please? Good evening. Can I have some juice, please? Good afternoon. Do you like tea? Good afternoon. Do you like juice? Good afternoon. Do you like milk? I know how to speak some Spanish. I know how to speak some Portuguese. I know how to speak some English. Where do you study with your manager every day? Where do you study with your children every day? Where do you study with your parents every day? When can you go to the bank? When can you go to the store? When can you go to the school? They don't understand any Spanish. They don't understand any English. They don't understand any German. What do you buy at the store? What do you buy downtown? What do you buy here? We can talk to my manager every day. We can talk to my children every day. We can talk to my parents every day. Do you want to buy a small car? Do you want to buy a big car? Do you want to buy a new car? I know how to go to the bank. I know how to go to church. I know how to go downtown. What can you buy? What can you study? What can you sell? Where do you have a house? Where do you have a school? Where do you have a market? They don't have time every day. We don't have time every day. Your children don't have time every day. Do you want some water? Do you want some juice? Do you want some cheese? What do you like to drink? What do you like to eat? What do you like to speak? I can eat at home with my children. I can eat at home with my parents. I can eat at home with my friends. How many children do you have? How many houses do you have? How many books do you have? How much time do we need? How much time do you need? How much time do they need? Nice to meet you. Do you work here? Nice to meet you. Do you study here? Nice to meet you. Do you sleep here? They don't eat bread for breakfast. They don't eat bread for lunch. They don't eat bread for dinner. How much English do they speak? How much English do your friends speak? How much English do your parents speak? How many children do they have? How many children do your siblings have? How many children do your sons have? Can I have juice, please? May I have water, please? Can I have coffee, please? May I have a slice of cheese, please? Can I have a slice of ham, please? May I have a slice of bread, please? Can I have a cup of milk, please? May I have a cup of water, please? Can I have a glass of wine, please?